Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly, 'cause we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never, ever tear us apart. You were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. You were standing, I was there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. I was standing.
Welcome everyone, as we've gathered here today in this special place, in love and gratitude and united in sadness, to acknowledge, honour and indeed to celebrate the life of Joyce Mary McCasker. My name is Rebecca Vasilescu. I'm an authorised celebrant, and to Joyce's family, her Auntie Margaret, extended family members and dear friends, please accept my sincere condolences. Joyce was predeceased by Brian and Tommy. And to those family members and friends who are joining us via live stream, I welcome each of you. Today we gather to share memories of Joyce, to show how special she will always be to all of you, to recall the unique role she played in each of your lives, and to bring your own reminiscences of her to mind, to be held so dear. Each of you carries in your mind and hearts memories of Joyce, and no two of you will have exactly the same memories. As we come together as a community of family and friends, we celebrate Joyce's life and make her present with us. We bring images of her face and her laughter, and we remember how her life touched ours. As we focus on Joyce's life, I hope we can provide some comfort to those of you most affected by her death. I know it will be with heavy hearts that you have made your way here from far and wide to pay your last respects. It demonstrates the love you have for her. Today is not about feeling better, but about finding strength and support in the sharing of your love. So let's think of what Joyce achieved. She has left a great legacy with her family in the special memories each of you have. Today you will recall the experiences and the relationships you shared with Joyce. As we celebrate her life, you can take satisfaction that Joyce has been and still is, as her influence endures, a part of your life. Author Liz Newman wrote, "When we lose someone, we become the keeper of their stories. We become the guardian of beautiful memories, and we become the recipient of their legacies of love. Because grief may change the way we can express love, but it never takes away or diminishes that love. Love is powerful and persistent forever. And each day we carry the love of those we lost in our hearts. We carry their stories. We overflow that love into the hearts around us. We let it inform our own stories and the next chapters that we create. And because their love is part of our story, and our love will be a part of someone else's story, and on forever it goes. So may we cherish and build upon these stories and never lose sight of how much each one matters. It all matters. And in the course of our service for Joyce, we will hear her eulogy, especially chosen poetry and music, and there will be some time for reflection as flowers are placed. And when you can, remember Joyce in your own way or in terms of your own faith, and we will say a gentle and loving farewell. We will remember her, each in our own private way, forever. Our first poem for Joyce is called How Do We Let a Mother Go? How do we let a mother go? How do we say, I'm ready now to go on without you? How can we ever have a clue of what that really means? And all of a sudden the moment is upon us and there's no turning back. And then we know what grief is, and guilt and love and things undone. Try to prepare and we will fail in some way, be it subtle or looming. But there is peace too, peace and acceptance, and overwhelming love that we maybe weren't aware of, waves and waves of conflicting emotion. And laughter too, and memories we hadn't bothered lately to recall come flooding back in shared company. And it's all about you, Mum. And there's gratitude, so much of that we had you, such a wonderful mother. Bright and shining, nobody's fool, independent but humble too, smart and kind and fun, adventurous. A part of you has passed away, but much is carried every day within us, and will as long as we are here. This may be a final tribute, a day to celebrate your life and say goodbyes, but it's not final. Every day I'll celebrate in some way, just by virtue of how you shaped my life. The absolute and incredible fortune that I knew you, a mother, a friend, a woman. For most of us, life is made up of a similar collection of building blocks: childhood, work, where we live, family life, our interests and friends, and it's now my honour to share with you a snapshot of Joyce's life. Joyce Mary McCasker was born on the 2nd of March 1949 in Portland, New South Wales, to Joyce Mary Thomas and John Frederick Edward Thomas. Joyce was the eldest child and had 3 brothers, Joseph, Raymond and Craig, deceased. She grew up spending most of her life in Portland, where she attended Portland Central School. Joyce worked at the small arms factory until she married her first husband, Brian. They moved around a lot due to Brian being a bank worker, including Dubbo, Wellington, Glen Innes and Portland. Sadly, things didn't work out and they separated. Together they had 4 children, Karen, Alison, Matthew and Gregory, as well as welcoming the addition of their grandkids, Jack, Ryan, Lily, Alicia, Hayley, Ruby and Jade, as well as 2 great-grandkids, Nathaniel and Charlie, and 2 step-grandchildren, Brooke and Ben. Joyce returned to Portland, where after a few years she met the love of her life, Thomas. Together they travelled, whether it be a short visit to the grandkids, a catch-up with friends, or simply a nice relaxing cruise. Joyce and Tommy planned on furthering their travels after his retirement, but unfortunately, not long after Tommy retired, he passed away. Joyce then relocated to the Central Coast to be nearer to family. Joyce enjoyed pottering around with her plants and eventually joined a progress group on the Central Coast, which entailed get-togethers or small local trips. Our next poem for Joyce is called Wonderful Nan. Of all the special gifts in life, however great or small, to have you as our Nan was the greatest gift of all. May the winds of love blow softly and whisper in your ear, we love and miss you, Nan, and we wish that you were here. Deep in our hearts your life is kept, to love and cherish and not forget. No more tomorrows we can share, but yesterdays are always there. A silent thought, a secret tear, keeps your memory very near, in our hearts forever. I invite you now to spend some moments to reflect on Joyce's life. You will no doubt bring to mind many of the special times and experiences you have shared with her over the years, and it gives you the opportunity to say goodbye to her in your own way. And I then now invite family members to place their flowers for Joyce, and if anyone else would like to place a flower after the family, please do so. Our final poem for Joyce is called Memories of Mum. It's been the hardest thing to lose you. You meant so much to me. But you're in my heart, Mum, and that's where you'll always be. I know that heaven called you, but I wish you could have stayed. At least the memories I have of you, they will never fade. I did not want to lose you, but you did not go alone, because part of me went with you when heaven called you home. So just remember one thing, we are not apart. You're with me in my memories and in my broken heart. Family and friends, if you are able, please stand for the Lord's Prayer and remain standing for the words of committal. Let us pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Joyce, you will always be a part of us, never forgotten and always carried tenderly beneath our hearts. During your lifetime, we thank you for being a loving, caring mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and sister. Thank you for your friendship to many. We acknowledge your contribution to our lives, and we will always remember the happy moments we shared with you. With an acknowledgement that your essence remains with us in every memory we have of you, thoughtfully and with remembrance and appreciation for a life well lived, we bid you farewell. Rest in perfect peace, Joyce. Please be seated. As I close this service, thanks must go to Mackay Family Funerals for the professional care shown to the family, and thank you all for attending this service of love and respect today. Joyce is now at rest with our love and the promise that she will never be forgotten. So remember her with love and fondness, and if you can manage a smile today, you pay her the greatest possible tribute. May you all find strength and support in your love for one another, and may you find peace in your hearts. Refreshments will be served at Joyce's home, and as we leave this place today, let us do so in quietness of spirit and live with love, care, and support for one another. Our service of celebration for Joyce is now coming to an end, so I ask that you remain seated for the moment as our final song by one of Joyce's favourite artists, Burn For You by John Farnham, plays.
Got myself into some trouble tonight. Guess I'm just feeling blue. It's been so long since I've seen your face. This distance between me and you, that voice you showed me is not the one that I know. I must be strung out on what I do. Don't hang up again. There's nothing else I know how to do. But I burn for you. What am I gonna do? Burn for you. I guess it feels like you're always alone, and I feel that way too. It's so hard to explain to you. Please understand what I do. I burn for you. What am I gonna do? I burn for you. Burn for you. Took my trouble to a bar tonight for another point of view, but there's nothing new. I'm missing you. I burn for you. What am I gonna do? I burn for you, burn for you. What am I gonna do? I burn for you, burn for you, burn for you.
Please stand in front of the future.
Got myself into some trouble tonight. Guess I'm just feeling blue. It's been so long since I've seen your face. This distance between me and you, that voice you showed me is not the one that I know. I must be strung out on what I do. Don't hang up again. There's nothing else I know how to do. But I burn for you. What am I gonna do? Burn for you. I guess it feels like you're always alone, and I feel that way too. It's so hard to explain to you. Please understand.